Welcome back, YouTubers, to my everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, at this point of time, basically I'm doing the Dear Letter series, an open letter series, basically on everyday topics that I feel close to my heart right now to share with you all as a motivator, education, or a little reminder for us all, including myself, obviously, in some day and age right now of what we go through, regardless what it may be. So hopefully these will become to light and encouragement to you all. So to the ones that don't know me right now, I'm AspieAnswersAll, or it's clinically known as at the moment, as many people know me as Aspie. I have also been in the counter shuffle basically right now while doing these Dear Letter series, sharing my life journeys with these letter series. Hopefully that basically I'm going to be as open and transparent and real with you all, even though they're from my journal excerpts one by one, picking up what I felt at that time to share with you all, regardless what it may have been, regardless of my bad off days that I had. So no further ado, guys, basically this one's basically a part 2 of the Dear Past, or Dear Karen, past Karen, if you've been following me from the word let go, basically, also for the ones that are old bees, as I call yours, thanks for your support so far, as well as your comments and all that. Without you guys, without me pushing along with these comments and encouragement and whatever else I go through in life, I wouldn't be journeying with you or sharing my life story or just sharing whatever's close to my mind and heart right now. So no further ado, before I continue, as you know, with these Dear Life series or Dear Letter series, shall we correct myself here, that basically this is just gonna be like, an open everyday encounter journal excerpt, taking you bit by bit. And as you know, that some of these may be similar to the ones that are on YouTubers, but this one's my uptake on my everyday life story of these Dear Open Letter series, regardless what it may be. Here say, as I'm sharing with you all, part 2 of my Dear Past Self, or Dear Karen, part 2. So in all further ado, before I run out of time, I'll begin. Right, Dear Past Self, or Dear Karen. Looking back at your life, you've had a hell of a ride in the past. Yes, I know I shouldn't be bashing about my past, because obviously it's teaching me life lessons along the way. Yes, some days are good, some days are bad, like anybody. It can be difficult for some, and most of the moments that we share, or most of the moments we live by, can be difficult then for others and for us to see. Sometimes we are well hidden, regardless of our past experiences though. Even though what we go through in our everyday moments though, however, we want to lay down, pull in the bed covers and scream hell, throw in the towel and the works, and just want to call it quits. But I'm here today, obviously, as we know, as a life journey experience of basically ups and downs in a roller coaster wave of emotions. As we know, sometimes though, in these moments, we get lost in these moments and we let them consume us to the point we seem to not know ourselves no more. It will feel like the world is working against us, not for us, however, and there is no light at the end of the tunnel, as they call it. But somehow we always wind up on the other side, regardless what it is. Every hour of the day, darkest hour, is followed by a great day and another beautiful memory we can create or choose to create on our own terms, regardless what it may be. Yes, again, as I've said so many times before, choice factor is ours. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go from the positive side to the negative, or what have you? Sometimes these days of mine may be terribly pessimistic and I can't find a positive thought. Yes, I know sometimes I may look so positive, happy, cheerful around others, but then again, as we know, I have my darkest moments as well as anyone else. All in all though, what life has taught and thrown me, looking back at this past life of mine, is something we shouldn't do. I say, screw that and dig deeper and dive deeper. We know everyone has a past, however, even though we shouldn't be comparing it with each other or putting it onto each other and just, pinpoint what we need to do in life. I know for a fact, despite those pasts of ours, of everyone's, some are a lot prettier than others, some maybe just, so bleak. But my past tends to be a little darker than most, as I sadly admit, I should say. I look back, yet I'm overly blessed to what I've been through with this great life of mine as this journey continues of my life. I have amazing and supportive, loving parents that have worked in their little asses off, telling me what to do and not to do, giving me their pills of wisdom along the way. I wouldn't be here without them today. I have a few amazing friends that I have met even though some has come and gone on my journey, but that's okay. But with the ones that has journeyed with me from start to now, basically I thank them to be being patient and just being there for me, even if I wasn't 100%, you know, most of my bleak days in front of me. I believe that I could confide in them when they can confide in me, sharing our little dark secrets, you know, a bit of laughter and, you know, tears along the way, as friendships do. I have obviously 2 adorable pet fur babies, as I said so many times before, that I miss, you know, as I sit down and read this to you. They're not here with me, beside me though, however. They're somewhere laying maybe in the sun, who knows, doing their own nature thing. The greatest thing is that obviously most of the time with these fur babies, being away from home, obviously, as you can see, I'm in a different environment again, you know, visiting my family, that basically I miss them so much. And feels the need, obviously, when they do greet me, if they choose to, depending on their nature and character, obviously, they'll purr or just bolt, their choice of the matter. I'm hoping that despite that, what I've been through, however, of the chosen career path right now, I'm hoping that these doors will open one way or another, depending on my effort, how I'm going to put into it. I've learned also, basically, outside this world of life of mine, that this picture isn't always perfect. It lies far from it, of this life of mine. As you're all fully aware and have heard so many times before, living my life or suffering from these anxiety disorders and depression and more has, you know, built me up to the person I am today. I've been as pretty much as low as it gets, pretty much, you know, sometimes like in the past, as we know, basically, as I shared briefly, I had suicidal thoughts and the like, basically. And it's no fun, obviously, having this depression following me around like a little black dog in amongst the shadow, or as I said before, it's like a friend as well as anxiety, as I wrote to my letter stories of those 2. I've been treated like dirt by most people in my life, you know, after being diagnosed with certain, you know, diagnoses, but that's the norm, obviously, for most people. But do I want to accept that it's bullying and just accept it or reject it, as the saying goes? I'm just shaking it off right now, and obviously blessed that to this day from what they've bullied me. I just thank them from the bottom of my heart, sort of thing. Obviously, the way they've treated me, obviously, you know, to the dreams and desire I want to become, basically, despite them crushing my dreams and that. I know I'm still in the process of making my life so great. I've also lost myself while loving myself so hard and deep, however, with people that have come to my circle in the world of relationships, whirlwind of different ups and downs, highs and lows and the like. But again, through it all, I'm thankful. I had to learn to become thankful to where I'm at in this point of life, regardless of it all. I'm thankful for all the friendships that fell through and didn't make it to this journey of mine. Regardless, some that didn't last, some that did, you know, regardless who can classify me as their friend or their little support or mentor or whatever they want to label me as, I'm hoping to this day I'm still, you know, this kind of person. You know, I'm thankful to those who chose not to have me in their lives anymore, maybe because it taught me to pick out who's my real true friends. Despite it all, as I said so many times before, I have few friends. It also taught me that not every friendship is not meant to be cherished. Some needs to be let go of. I'm thankful for the guys that decided that I wasn't the one that they cared about. Some of what I've mentioned in the past of my, just briefly, of what I've been through, you know. If they weren't meant to be, they weren't meant to be, vice versa. You may realise that your attention isn't important anymore, and that's one of the girls that you were also playing games with is better without me. So they're better with you while you're playing these games that you used to play on me. I'm thankful for all the memories that I made in the previous polytechs without these, you know, twisted and turmoil events of what I've been through. Even though I had friendships along the way with the lecturers, I thank them obviously for teaching me what I needed to know in this bigger world of ours to take out and have the courage to get off my comfort zone and hopefully meet new people around the way. In a twisted way though, regardless what it may be, you know, I have found myself, as I said, you know, regardless of it all, you know, even though I'll sadly admit what I'm going to share next about how Polytech has, you know, what that taught me in my life of those years when I was studying as a student has taught me along the way. But right now, I know now where I belong and where I don't belong, you know. I'm thankful for some of the childhood best friends that I had, may have lost contact along the way. Because of you guys, you showed me that, you know, people can grow together and grow apart. I'm thankful for those sleepless nights that I sat up trying to solve problems that weren't even close to mine. As I said, a problem solver versus whatever else I am. The naps the next day were amazing. I'm thankful for the nights that I cried myself to sleep most times at night. Regardless what I went through, be it, you know, all my anxiety levels versus my depression versus losing friends and family along the way due to deaths that I hear about, or just, you know, losing friends in general. But as I've learned, pick up and keep moving forward. I know some of these were heartbreaking at this time, but they made me realise with each given sunset, a new chance for success is around the corner and is there in the making. I'm thankful for the classes I may have struggled through in the past, regardless what, you know, level I was at. You know, not to toot my horn, but I was a good student. Some parts I was intelligent with, but then again, everybody's level of intelligence is different. Sometimes you need the struggle to help humble you. Sometimes I'm thankful also, or most of the time, despite the jobs I've been doing on and off while I've been seeking out work still, you know, I'm thankful for some of the jobs that I've had, regardless if they're crappy or not. They've helped me to find some parts of my passion along the way, as well as the studies that I had to go through. Finally, I'm thankful for the first person that broke my heart. You showed me that love can be toxic, but isn't supposed to be, and that it isn't something that you treat in a carefree manner, however. You taught me that I am greater and more worthy than I could ever imagine. You helped me find my worth one tear at a time, and lastly, even though I know I didn't need to shed those tears, led me to know what and who I deserve. That person obviously wasn't you at that time. Okay, to end this, the funny thing about thanking your past, regardless, it makes you learn to appreciate life of what you've been through and look into the future, creating, you know, the present to the future as well. We need to live each day to the fullest, obviously, and remain positive as much as we can be. I never once believed that when people told me things could be better within time. I'm learning that now, obviously, despite I had to keep on constantly reminding myself that too, when I was in my darkest hour of being alone. But I've now experienced so much in a short period of time in life, it's clear to see what we are challenged to in an attempt to keep us grounded. Each hardship that we face is a way of knowing that accomplishment is on the way, and we have one less life lesson to learn. Even though these experiences were held to go through, as I've shared, and I felt so broken most times, you know, didn't want to, you know, get up and go. Sometimes it comes with a sense of comfort that they helped me shape into the person I am today, however. We have to realise that everyone is fighting their own demons every day, however, regardless what it may be, big or small. You know, and we should be there sometimes for the ones around us, for their support system, as well as hopefully they can give it back to us. Love and courage will get you through your toughest hour. Optimism is the only way to reach the light at the end of that tunnel that I've shed. So while it seems weird for me to think the things and people that made parts of my past so dark, it only seems fitting now that I have found the light. Forever grateful, the present and future me that's about to become. Well, that basically ends my video letter series of an open letter to my past, of the second part. Hopefully you liked it. Give me the like for thumbs up for support, and I'm sorry that you're engaging. Comment below if there's anything you want to share with me, regardless if it's an update of what you've seen so far, or let me know if some of these, you know, letters that I'm writing out right now and sharing with you all right now will be of use to you, and it has been, you know, welcoming you in with open arms of it. regardless what it may be. So feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to make sure, hopefully I'm going to do it on the daily, but I can't promise you that, as I said before, that it might be only 3 times a week. So I humbly apologise for the ones that might be always wanting, you know, a shout out Sunday. I've been so typically busy trying to figure out, you know, my schedule, because obviously people's schedules change. But without further ado, guys, you know, share my videos to family and friends, because you never know, some of these ones that I'm sharing with you all could be of use and value to them. So without further ado, love what you do what you love one another. Until next time, I'll see you all again soon.